How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper, and my goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading, whether price is going up or down. Crypto would survive an SEC crackdown on staking. So, for those of you that haven't heard already, staking is being attacked by people like Gary Gensler and our government. On Wednesday, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong went public with rumors about U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) working to get rid of retail-focused crypto staking offerings. SEC Chair Gary Gensler took the moment of Ethereum's historic merge to a proof-of-stake system to call the yield-generating practice into question. As much, he's drawn a line around the entire token economy. Also, in August, news broke that the securities regulator was probing Coinbase specifically over its staking services. Staking, the process of locking native blockchain tokens to secure the network and receive rewards, has become a major business line for centralized exchanges looking to diversify their revenue streams away from transaction fees. So, they're trying to say that staking makes everything a security because the SEC just wants control over everything that they can have control on. The SEC cannot block users from posting 32 Ether to become an Ethereum value or from pledging coins on other hosts, even if the regulator can put serious restrictions around the activity for crypto economy on ramps like Coinbase. So what that means is, if you have your coins in a ledger, they can't stop you from going to a decentralized exchange and staking there, or through like Algorand's website if you're through Algorand, or some like having control over your assets, not having an exchange do it for you. That message seems to have moved the market. Lido's government's token has surged following the tweets from Armstrong and Coinbase itself. As many colleagues, Sam Reynolds put, as a decentralized protocol, it's unlikely Lido will have the same compliance and security rules as U.S. domiciled centralized entity like Coinbase. Yeah, there's not too much more in that article, but more on the SEC going after staking. They forced Kraken has reached a settlement with the SEC that requires them to end their staking on their platform. Under the staking umbrella, the crypto exchange provides customers with a variety of services. One is a crypto lending product that promises returns up to 24%, which will likely come to an end as well as a result of the settlement. According to the website for Kraken's staking service, the company provided a 20% APY and guaranteed that customers would receive staking payments twice each week. So a lot of people that are going to be depending on this are going to be hurt by this, but the SEC says they're doing it to protect you. The SEC chair has been reportedly quoted as saying the Kraken staking program is offered and sold as a security. Staking as a service providers must register and provide full, fair, and trustful disclosure and investor protection. Kraken mentioned in its official response that the exchange will automatically unstake all U.S. client assets enrolled in the on-chain staking program starting today. However, the firm confirmed that it will continue to offer staking services to non-U.S. clients through a separate subsidiary. They also had to pay a $30 million disgorgement, I don't know how to say that, prejudgment and interest and civil penalties, according to a story that was published earlier on CoinGate. At the time, Gary Gensler stated that staking appears to be comparable to lending. So he thinks that you putting your coins on a chain to keep it running and keep it moving is the same as giving an exchange your coins and just collecting money from them, doing who knows what with that to earn their end of the yield that they're giving you. In the past, the SEC has initiated charges against lending companies and settled those charges within the companies, such as the lender BlockFi, which is now defunct. So a little bit of positive news. Mississippi lawmakers have successfully passed new laws to uphold the rights of BTC miners and node operators operators in the southeastern U.S. state. Lawmakers of the Mississippi Senate have passed a new bill that not only legalized Bitcoin mining operations, but could protect the rights of node operators in the state if it passes into law. The bill, earlier sponsored by Senator Josh Harkins in January 2023, entitled Right to Mine, is seen as the lawmakers as a necessity to encourage cryptocurrency-based investments in the state. It will provide legal protection for individuals or companies looking to take up proof-of-work mining in Mississippi. The state of Mississippi wants to explore the potential for digital asset mining in our state, protect the right of individuals and businesses to mine digital assets in our state, and provide legal certainty for the digital asset mining industry. The new pro-Bitcoin law in Mississippi signals a shift in the right direction in accepting blockchain technology and its applications. However, not everyone agrees on accepting Bitcoin mining and all it entails, with many quarters citing its adverse effect on the environment as a major concern. So you got people like Gary Gensler attacking proof of stake, saying, hey, this is a security and no one can offer this without having licenses and paying all sorts of fees. And then you got the environmentalists attacking proof of work, saying it's too harsh on the environment, even though banking uses way more energy than proof of work would. Individuals involved in Celsius bankruptcy case objected to a motion made by a defunct crypto lender that would extend a key deadline for a second time. In December, the court overseeing Celsius Chapter 11 bankruptcy case extended that timeline for Celsius to February 15th, after the company stated it needed additional time. But a motion filed in late January asked the court to push that period out again by 44 days through to March 31st. Such a request, however, has been met with concern by entities involved in the case. A group of creditors looked into their assets and said that the debtors face a long-looming liquidity cliff in June. The filing reads, if the debtors pursue their current schedule, they simply cannot emerge from bankruptcy by that time. The committee contended that Celsius could run out of cash by the end of June given the company's cash burn, putting itself in a position where the defunct lender would need to sell more assets to fund its bankruptcy case. A hearing for the motion is set to take place next Wednesday on February 15th. The committee of unsecured creditors said that if an agreement can't be reached, it plans to ask the court to deny Celsius's motion, stating that it would be prepared to file its own restructuring plan expeditiously. I believe that's it for the news. So onto the charts. So over on the daily, we got big red candle with a manipulation X showing. We did break out of our volume profile that we were trading inside of, and we did break this box that we needed to hold if we wanted to see this channel stay intact. We are pretty much halfway down from where we broke from, so this could be seen as a little bit of a normal break if we are able to get some bullish momentum. Don't know why all that's all messed up. If we look, our money flow is slightly coming down, our VWAP is coming down pretty aggressively now, and a momentum wave is coming down pretty aggressively. You can see this sharp just drop through because of this candle. So those are all bearish signs. Our RSI is coming down, and our stochastic is still oversold in that weak zone, so that RSI doesn't have very much strength to begin to pick up from on the daily. If we look over at the 4-hour to see what will happen in the medium term, then you can see our VWAP is starting to come up. Our money flow's pretty flat from where it was last night. Our stochastic's oversold. It did have that bearish cross and came down, and our RSI is attempting to curl just after crossing that neutral zone. So if we can get a curl from here on our stochastic and RSI, That'd make our momentum wave curl as well, and we would probably see our money flow and VWAP come up over this neutral line as well, and that would give us some confirmation that we're getting some bullish momentum in the medium term. Over on the 2 hour, this is more of like the short to medium term. Our VWAP is, I think it crossed, just like a little peek over, or it's about to cross. Our money flow kind of crossed, or no, that's our RSI. Sorry, our RSI is bouncing here. Our VWAP wants to cross. Our money flow came down pretty strong on the 2 hour from last night. We were like right around here. Our momentum wave has come down pretty strong, however it's curling, so it's likely we could see a green dot in the next 2 to 6 hours maybe. If we look over at the 1 hour, we do have a more significant curl with a green dot and a green dot on both down here and here, which is like a double confirmation. Our VWAP is over that neutral zone and our stochastic is starting to come up. So if that can continue, that would be a bullish sign for the medium term, and then the medium term, if we can continue going even longer, can lead into the higher time frames and bring us up. The 15-minute doesn't look quite as good though. We have a bearish divergence here and a red dot printing, and our money flow is coming down. We'll want to see if this red dot does confirm or not, and if this does confirm, that would be 2 bearish signals. Our RSI is just broke this neutral zone, so that would likely come down, and our momentum wave would probably start to curl, and our VWAP would probably break this neutral line. So we'll have to look on the next couple candles and see what happens. If we start to drop, then that'd be a bearish sign, and we could start to break our supports. For those of you that aren't familiar, our next support area would be 21.4, where we had this little consolidation period, and if we break this area between 21.4 and 20.8, then that's where I'd feel a little more bearish about the market again, because we would have broken down through an area that we broke above and had major support and resistance at, which most of the time when we have the start of our bull markets, we'll drop down to a point where we had good support and resistance like here, and then we'll bounce off of it. So a bullish sign would be for us to start to make a bounce off of here. If we look over at algo, we did come all the way down to the bottom of our channel here. We are getting a lot of divergences here. Our VWAP's pretty strongly under the neutral zone in the bearish area. Our stochastic and RSI are both coming down as well, so not the best look on the daily. We did get a red X on the 4 hour. As you can see, that brought us down a little more. So red X doesn't necessarily mean, hey, you're gonna just drop down and be dead. It could mean you'll get a slight move down or even some flat action sometimes. Our momentum wave is kind of starting to curl. Our VWAP is trying to come up. Our stochastic's oversold, so that's not the best strength for our RSI. Our RSI is pretty close to that neutral zone, so we'll want to see that stochastic start to curl just like on Bitcoin. 2 hour, we are curling. We have a green dot on our RSI, so hopefully we could start to curl, but we're kind of going flat here with our stochastic, suggesting we're not getting very much strength. Our 1 hour is suggesting we are getting strength as it's starting to pick up, so that is a bullish sign. We do have a double green dot here as well, with our momentum wave starting to round. Our VWAP is on the bullish side, but it's kind of flat, so that's not the best look, because we could easily come back down and break that, which could start some more negative price action, and we could see the finish of this breakdown, kind of like Bitcoin's double top breakdown. If we look at XRP, we are starting to break out of this triangle that we had and starting to almost complete the shoulder. So if you didn't see, we do have a head and shoulders, That could break us down to about 13 cents, so not the best price you would want to see for XRP. Our RSI is coming down, and our stochastic's really weak. Our VWAP's pretty weak, and our momentum is coming down pretty strong on the daily too. We're getting quite a few divergences here, but we're trying to invalidate with bullish signs, so if this bullish sign does print, maybe we'll get a push up, but we'd want to see more than one bullish sign, especially with all the bearishness going on. Because remember that BTC could drive XRP down too, as it tends to lead the whole market. If we look at the 2 hour, we did get a red X, and we came down a little bit. However, we're starting to push up, so that is a bullish sign. We do have a green dot, and we might form a divergence on our momentum wave here. So we have downwards price action with our momentum wave coming up, so that is a bullish sign. Our stochastic is starting to round, and our RSI is starting to point up. So XRP is giving a little more bullish signals than some other things on the 2 hour, as it's starting to curl up a little bit more. On the 15 minute, our stochastic's pretty overbought, which could just suggest we could see it flutter around and bring our RSI up, which will give our RSI strength, kind of like over here. So you see our stochastic stayed in this higher area, and our RSI just climbed up. We made a newer local high, and then we started to break down. So it is possible we could do something like that. Our money flow is coming down on the 15 minute, so that's a little concerning, as if we don't get some money flow to pick back up and our momentum wave break this neutral zone, we could start to round back down and come back down. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a wonderful night.